Good morning, Adelaide.
Good morning.
How are you?
Very well, thank you. And you?
Very good,
We're
thank
all right,
you.
aren't we? Yeah, we're good. We're good. So you're not in Norway?
No, back in the UK. I came over for work and then they shut the borders. So
Oh,
I am hanging here for a while until I can I'm also in between places. It was just bad timing more than anything.
yeah. Cool. And what about training? Because you were training for an Ironman.
Yeah, I had the family champion. Oh my God, cannot talk this morning. Challenge Families World Championships, even.
Yeah.
That was end of May, so I should have been out there now in Slovakia. So that's been. They haven't told us what's happening yet. Apart from it was postponed, and they're making the decision, I think, sometime this week. And then, so we'll see what happens there. Maybe next year, maybe not.
Yeah.
But training's going well. I was doing it because I enjoy doing it. So that's kind of the focus.
That's good. So you're training pretty hard at the moment still?
Yeah, it's just like ticking along, building the base of foundation and strength and preparing for next year.
Yeah. Which dog is that in the background?
That's probably, we have a rescue dog. She's actually in the garden. And she barks at anyone who cycles or walks or drives past our house.
Yeah. She goes exactly like that. And Remy as well now.
He started as well, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, she triggers the other one off as well.
Yeah. No, I just remember last time we got barked at a lot.
Yeah, that's I think someone is walking past the house again.
Nice. Cool. Well, on that note, we've got 4 questions for you. Wanna do the first one?
So the first one is how to stay motivated in lockdown.
That's a great one. Motivated, I'm guessing, to do with training or just like
Yeah,
we'll go with that.
Training. Yeah. So the foundation, so motivation is kind of like the 4th in the upward spiral. So if you're trying to build a motivation, you actually want to start off with knowing your whys. And you want to have more than one why, because a lot of people lose the motivation to train when their why is maybe to enter the race or to compete in the race or to win or like an external motivation. So it's to get something, whether it's money, sponsorship, a win, a PB, that kind of stuff. But the problem we're facing that currently we don't have any races. There are virtual races, but they're kind of they're not quite the same.
No.
And they weren't our original goal either. So if that race disappears suddenly, and that was your only why to train, then you're going to drop in motivation. So you want to kind of reanalyze, why do you actually do what you do? Why do you train for triathlon, or if it's just running, why are you training for marathon alone? So you're looking at why do you do what you do, and you want to get 3 to 5 whys at least. I mean, the more you get, the merrier. But you really want a minimum of 3. And so that ensures if one of them is to win the race, which isn't a bad thing, it's a great thing to do. But it means that if that one's disappeared, you still have 2 more pushing you on. And that also counts for when you're racing as well, because sometimes if you're a pro or amateur and it's to get that PB and you suddenly realize you're not getting that PB in the race, you don't want that to be the only thing pushing you on, because you want to be, you want to be racing as fast as you can all the time. So you want to make sure you know why you're doing what you're doing, and then to focus on the daily processes that will help you execute that. So for a triathlete, you want to swim, cycle and run as fast as you can around the course. And so you want to know what daily processes do you need to do and to complete to the best of your ability to ensure that you're going to complete that, whether it's in 6 months' time, a year's time, or a year and a half's time. I mean, who knows at this present time.
Yeah.
And once you've kind of got that as your foundation, then you want to look at confidence, because without confidence, you're not going to be motivated. So you're looking at what have you done in the past, and it can be inside or outside of triathlon that will help, that will motivate you. So if you're looking at for now especially, it's like, well, when did I get through a difficult time? And you want to write down all of those moments when you achieved something which you didn't thought was possible, or when you got through that difficult time, and listing all of these different things and kind of putting them into your confidence cookie jar so you can take them out when you can. That's going to motivate you, because if you're getting up at 6 a.m, you're like, why am I doing this? Or and you kind of know why, but then you're not sure you can do it. Then you can look in the past and be like, actually, when I was going through this really awful time, I still got up and trained at 6 a.m. or I still trained. And so you want to look at what experiences can you draw on to boost your confidence, because when we're feeling really confident, we're feeling motivated as well. And so they're the three things you need to layer in order to drive your motivation and to maintain that. The other thing is motivation shouldn't be your main driver in training anyway. It's discipline, the discipline to get up and to train no matter what. So if you're relying on motivation alone, that's not the best place to be. Whereas you should be relying on your routines and the really good habits and the discipline that even if it's raining outside, you're going to get up and run, whether it's outside or whether it's on a treadmill or whether you're going to have to do Zwift or a virtual race. So motivation is really great, but you want to make sure you're going to do what you need to do no matter what. And that's where the discipline comes in.
Yeah, definitely.
That's very interesting.
It is, and it's true as well.
Yeah.
Which is why I think so many people are struggling at the moment.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Definitely.
All right, so question number 2. Do you have any tips for not letting work get in the way of training?
Yeah, this is actually something I was talking to my friend yesterday. So I have a lot of friends who are now working from home. And for me, it's really sad, but quarantine life is almost my daily life because I run my business from home. So, my routine hasn't really changed. What's been difficult for me is being confined, like working in one room and not being able to move and go to a co-working space or something. But when you're working from home, it's so important to have boundaries. And again, it's kind of reflecting back on what I just said about having discipline and routine.
Yeah.
So you need to set boundaries, both within training, work, and family life as well, because you don't want all three to kind of blur or just to lose focus. So you need to know when are you going to train, and also get your family involved. I was interviewing Greg White for Norseman Radio, and he was saying that he has a timetable he puts up on his fridge every week. So his family know when he's training, so they also hold him accountable and they can help him with his training as well. And that's what you want to do, especially now when we're all at home together, is to kind of rally around each other and be a really great team. So your family members can help you train. It's also looking, if you have family, how you can get them involved in your training, and maybe do the same with your work colleagues, because I imagine everyone's struggling with motivation for training and just getting outside and doing it as well. So if some of your colleagues can be like, okay, we're all going to run at 9 or get involved with a challenge. Yeah. You can do that too. But it's really important to have a daily routine that's also flexible. So it's not super rigid. There's flexibility within that. But so, between 7 and 9, I'm going to train and shower and get ready for work. Yeah. And then between 9 and 1, I'm going to do this. And then maybe at lunchtime, you're going to do like a quick, 15 minutes, or you're going to do yoga or something. And then in the evening, you're going to go to work, go for a walk to separate finishing work and then starting family stuff as well.
Yeah, that's good. Get that routine. Oh, she'll go.
It is my go. So what would you say are the best ways to support your running buddies with maintaining a positive mindset?
So I think this is helping other people to maintain a positive mindset around you.
Yeah, it's so important. I mean, the best way is to just simply ask them, how best can I help you? Because often we think that we know best for the other person, but sometimes it's not best for them. So the best way is to just ask them very simply, okay, I can see that you're finding this challenging. How can I best help you to enjoy running again, or to get consistent with your running? What can I do for you? Whether it's accountability, again, is it a daily thing? Is it a weekly thing? Do you want to do a challenge together? How can I best support you?
Yeah.
That's the best way, and using the right language with them as well. So not saying I see your thing is really, really difficult. The wind is a nightmare for this door. But you want to just simply ask them, how can I best support you? And then create a plan from there. Yeah. And maybe they don't want support. Maybe for them right now, running isn't that important, but maybe a different form of self-care is. Maybe yoga is best for them at the moment.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Interesting.
Simple. Right. Last one. How to manage stress-fueled runs, and I guess we can extend that to workouts. So there's quite a few people doing that. They're getting stressed out at work and then heading out for really quick runs. So how do you manage that kind of stress-fueled exercise?
I mean, is it a bad thing? I'm not sure. It depends.
Yeah.
So if the person is looking to get rid of stress, then running, is brilliant. It depends if you're still feeling stress at the end of the run. Obviously, that's not what we want. We want to finish our runs feeling relaxed and having burnt off the stress. So really it's looking at what's your intention for the run, and setting an intention before any workout is really important. So is it to feel really calm and relaxed? I'm just going to shut the door, otherwise it's going to keep
no worries. Have we still got a dog at the door, by the way?
No, I think you ran back down.
Okay.
It always comes off its latch. It's so annoying. But yeah, as I was saying, you want to set an intention for any workout. And so maybe sometimes I have my trainer set me an intention. So is it, if I'm doing hill reps, maybe it's to really fire up those glutes and get them feeling strong. So that's my focus. Or maybe it's an easy run, so then it's just to feel relaxed. If it's a stress-fueled run, then maybe your intention is to feel really calm and relaxed at the end, and that you've let go of something. So sometimes we can, especially with the internet, things can be misinterpreted and misunderstood. And so maybe something's happened and we're just like running it over in our mind, and how frustrating that is. So maybe your intention is to let go of that thing during or by the end of your run and to have moved on. So setting an intention for how you want to feel at the end is really important. It's also consciously directing your brain towards that mental state, whether it's calm, relaxed, indifferent. Quite nice feeling different sometimes. So setting an intention is really important, because you're consciously shifting from where you are now to where you want to go. If you don't want to have a stress-fueled workout, then you can do that too. It's understanding and acknowledging, okay, this is how I'm feeling now, but how do I want to feel? Okay, I'm feeling, or when we also say I'm feeling this, there is no option. Like, I'm feeling stressed. You kind of don't have a way out of that. No. If you say I am doing stress, suddenly it's like, okay, look, I'm doing stress. Okay, well, what do I want to do instead? What feeling do I want to do instead? So then it's like, okay, actually, I would like to do my workout, whether it's running or something else, in a relaxed way. So then it's thinking, right, what can I do 5 minutes before my workout to get into a relaxed state? Maybe it's listening to music, maybe it's watching a YouTube video, maybe it's watching Netflix for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, it can be anything. But just to help you get into a relaxed state, maybe it's having a cup of tea, maybe it's having something to eat, anything you can do to help you enter that relaxed state. Maybe it's dancing on TikTok, who knows? Yeah, that's really fun. So you just want to think, how can I shift state? If I want to go from doing stress to doing calm, relax, or doing excited, or doing let go, like, what can I do to shift that? So then you're going into your run in a different way. But at the same time, sometimes it's actually really good to go into it stressed and you kind of burn it out during the run.
But I suppose, like you say, if you don't choose an intention or a focus for that exercise, you might go into it stressed and still come out of it stressed because you've not chosen what you want to get out of it, right?
Yeah. And if at the end of your workout or your run, you're still doing that stress, then you're going back to the question, what can I do instead to help me feel relaxed?
Yeah, no, that's really interesting.
Yeah, because I think some people go and say into a run, and because they're so stressed, they actually end up having a bad run because of it, and so they finish that run frustrated as well. So an intention's really good way of managing, I think.
Definitely.
Yeah,
because sometimes you can harness the stress and have a really great session.
Yeah.
But if you're kind of going in thinking this is not a helpful thing, like if it's unhelpful to feel stressed before your run, then it could impact the run. Yeah. But if you think it's a helpful thing, then you could have a really great session.
Yeah. Definitely. There we go. That's all our questions for today.
Yeah.
So we should probably let you go and enjoy your Sunday.
Thanks. I'm actually about to go work out myself.
Nice. What are you doing today?
I'm just doing a strength workout today.
Cool.
So it's kind of It's not a very nice one, and it ends with like a HIIT session, which is just horrible. And then in between, I'm doing the brain endurance training, so it's 70 minutes of unpleasantness.
Nice. And
Feel good after.
What's your intention for that session?
To get it done, which is so boring.
Nice. Just get it done.
Yeah.
Get it done. Yeah.
Cool. Well, it's been great to talk to you again, and we'll hopefully catch up when you're back in Norway.
Yeah, and if you have any more questions come through, just shoot them over to me.
Will do. Brilliant. Thank you,
you
Adelaide.
so
You take care.
much.
Look after yourself.
Thank you.
Enjoy your workout.
Thanks. Bye.
See you later. Bye.
Bye.